Oh shit. That looks like a woman. That's a woman. What the? What the? Oh shit. She riding out.
Tone en route from
You
the
don't
south
care.
5 at the scales.
Riding out. Oh shit. I see you pimping. She going fast. What kind of vehicle is she driving? What is that? A Scion or something? Scion? What is that?
100 miles an hour, number 1 lane, passing Templin. 100 miles an hour, number 1 lane, passing Templin.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's go!
513 secondary, northbound 5, north of Templin. Number 2, lane 99. I copy northbound 5, north of Templin. Number 2, lane 99, 78513 secondary.
They're pressing her. They're pressing her. She ain't going nowhere. You're not going anywhere.
I can copy STD, I just can't talk to them. Let them know I can copy them.
Wifey, Michigan wifey, what's up?
Okay, 506 advising he's able to copy LAPD. Are you able to copy LAPD, sir?
Michigan wifey are gonna be watching election night. It's gonna be a party. What do you think the outcome is gonna be? Oh, Fish Washington, how you doing?
Just confirm you were able to copy LAPD.
The aquarium, it's doing good.
Yeah, they're coming out of 10-1.
I'm gonna rescape it. I think this weekend.
38506, you're advising they're coming in 10-1.
I ordered some aquarium soil. I'm gonna change it out. Change everything out. Oh my god, East Coast, I'm glad you're here. I'm in the back seat here. This guy's a fucking maniac.
115 approaching the island, number 1 lane.
They're driving really fast. I don't. Anybody know what kind of car?
78S3, have we notified to home? 78S3, that's affirmed service. To home was en route from southbound 5 at the scales as of 3 ago.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. How fast are they driving? Let me move this out of the way. This is 120, 130? 140? No.
135, number 1.
This is live, Christina. No live to you, but baby, this is live.
13, northbound 5 approaching the island, 135.
It doesn't get any more live than this, Christina. This is live. It looks like a woman, or it could be a guy, liberal guy. I don't know. Flying, zoom in. Whoa, where are you gonna go here? You're trapped between a semi truck and multiple vehicles. What are you gonna do? You can't do nothing. Oh, she crazy. That bitch is crazy.
513, northbound 5 at Osito Canyon, number 98.
I don't understand. What's the desperation? You're willing to throw your life away.
Osito Canyon, 98, moderate traffic.
And other people. You're willing to throw your entire life away. Not only could you kill yourself.
With a spike, or they just have to jump in this. 78506, we'll try to ascertain if any units are setting up for a spike.
But you could kill other people.
Units, or if they're just going to jump in.
She's sliding, slipping and sliding. On drugs, maybe, yeah, maybe on drugs. You're going driving fast.
7506, they're gonna see if they have any available units.
Whoa. Okay, you gotta go around.
Breaker to jump in.
She crazy. Yo, look how she slided.
They did not.
Crazy as fuck. Wow.
Copy.
In and out of
513 northbound 5 south at the double up. Number 2, 115.
Wow.
I copy it. Northbound 5 to south of the logo number 2.
Scrambling, scraping.
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No,
I like that.
Wow. You gotta be a crackhead to drive like this. You gotta have some type of mental instability, on drugs or medication. No normal person in society does this. But the place that we're at in now, currently, this is normal. There's no normal person that drives like this. She probably got kids and shit, probably married to somebody. You're not! Yo, did you see that? Like, she swerved between the exit and came back in.
78 S3 LA.
Oh my God.
78 S3. State Parks is advising if
Look at her. Go, Speed Racer. Go, Speed Racer.
There's only one.
What the hell? Look at her. Look at it.
S3, carrying if we use the extra freeway.
Jacuzzi. Like, what is going on right
They
now?
can check the area if they exit the freeway.
Oh my God.
Northbound, south of Smoky, number 1 lane, 115, 120 now.
I copy northbound 5 to south of Smoky Bear, 115.
S3, can we notify Bakersfield as well as Unwell?
78 S3, notify Bakersfield.
The stream last night, I got home late. It was like 8:30 or something probably last night. Mega team. Wow. I know you got to be on something. Swerving in and out of lane like this, you're on something. On Adderall, cocaine, crack, meth.
20, number 1
something.
lane.
Passing Smoky, 120, number 1 lane.
Look at this shit. Who drives like that? Probably half of you, but who drives like that? This is crazy. I never understood the people that do this kind of shit.
2515, I lost visual on traffic.
Look at this, look at this.
From Smoky, number 1.
You're a crackhead. Look at this shit.
113 lost visual through traffic, trying to catch up with the number 1 northbound 5 at Smoky.
Pink cocaine. Mark, you're probably on it. Yeah. That's accurate. That's probably accurate. Pink cocaine. That Diddy shit. That Liam Payne shit, probably.
There should be a bad heavy motor unit behind me. You're not going to be able to understand him. We're going too fast. We're about 115, number 1 lane, miles south of 138.
115, number 1 lane, approaching the 138.
Moskowitz, hey, how you doing? Dude, this is so wild to me. People that drive like this.
Northbound attention now.
Northbound at Templin now.
Oh.
And Mary unit, just re-ID.
You drive like that?
Mary unit, I'm unable to copy.
She's just advising he's 97 with me. We are just south of the 138, 110, number 2 lane.
Let's go. Stay on it.
The 138, 110 miles per hour, number 2 lane.
Wow. Gypsy and Gypsy, thank you so much for the membership. 5 membership. Hey!
Just past the 138, number 2 lane, 110.
Thank you, thank you.
Passing the 138, number 2 lane, 110.
Pass Clear Lake, number 1 lane, 115. We got any towing units ready?
Okay, number 1 lane at 115, do we have any port tone units ready? And they only had one port tone unit working. And
Pretty close.
and port tone,
19.
multiple units on the air. Port tone is advising there's construction with a split traffic. Have them 1022 if it gets there. They'll try to back up out of the construction area.
ABC is live too. Let me check. Wilson, thank you for the chase. Appreciate that. Chase plug.
Unit just confirming 506 copy.
Ooh, I think I like ABC's version more. Hold on.
LA 70, 513, northbound 5 south of Gorman. Vehicle getting on traffic coming here.
Description, but they are reporting this as a female driver. You can see just from
female
this
driver!
angle, those windows are heavily tinted.
Let's
Really
go!
impossible to see from this distance. By the way, Ellen, I should reiterate, we are still a couple of
Female
miles
driver.
away from this pursuit as we try to keep up with her. She is maintaining triple-digit speeds here, doing in excess
Thank you,
of
Musquez, for the 10.
110
Appreciate
miles
that.
per hour.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We are still
We
trying
should
to
talk
catch
again.
up.
We should catch
that
up.
CHP
I'm really
unit
sorry.
trying to maintain his speed, and right now, once we do catch up, we'll get a better glimpse to see if there's anybody in that passenger seat. But right now, too early to say. Just that driver.
Let's go.
That
Swerve in
we're
and
aware
out.
of.
Whoa, excellent
Grand
camera
Theft
work.
Auto.
If you're 2
Need
miles
for
away
Speed.
still, this is incredible to watch this. She is just flying
Crack.
by these other vehicles.
Yeah, a lot of hard-stopping moments here, especially
Good shit.
with those
Who
other
drives like
motorists
that?
in the way. You can see
gotta
just
be
how
on
fast
something.
she's going, and some of the turns.
You gotta be on the limitless pill. You're either on crack, meth, coke, or the limitless pill. Adderall, modafinil, whatever. You gotta be on something. There's no way a normal, sane person drives like this. There's no way.
To spin out of
You're on
control or
something.
even flip the vehicle if you make one wrong move. So we've got a careful eye on the behavior behind the wheel here, as she is certainly desperate to evade that officer, but you can see the landscape up
Whoa,
here.
there's
There's
a
not
trap!
really
Final destination.
much escape
swerve,
opportunity for her to take advantage of. I mean, you really just have the 5 freeway. There's
Oh,
very few
shit.
exits and very few roads once you get off the freeway, and all of them
Too many
have
video
CHP
games.
officers ready and waiting, and that's going to continue all the way up the state. I mean, she could travel all the way up the 5 freeway
Wow.
until she runs out of
at
gas.
this
You
shit.
can see they are already
Ooh, top
leapfrogging
sped up.
her
Okay.
with units behind, units ahead, really
Okay,
looking
let's
for
get
that
it.
opportunity to
Oh,
potentially
shit.
spike the vehicle and hopefully bring it to an end that way. But look at how that primary unit is
Thanks, Mel.
skillfully
The last
navigating
2 months
all of
has
that
been
truck
difficult
traffic
folded hands
just to
Star
keep
of
up with
David.
her, even using the
Nirvana,
shoulder
official
when she has to
Nirvana,
get around
okay.
traffic. And that primary CHP cruiser has done an excellent
I
job,
agree.
in my eye, keeping up with her.
I
Not
agree.
easy at these speeds.
Yeah, certainly not. And she's at least going 100 miles per hour. We've seen up to 113 miles per hour. That's pretty incredible. And just flying through all the
look at
different
that
lanes and
swerving. It's
driving like that,
crazy.
that's a pretty scary situation. Thank goodness there's not a lot of traffic on the 5 right now, at least there.
Yeah, I mean, from a tactical standpoint, it seems to be
I've
in
been
the
on
best
tote.
position. The
It
best
never
place
made me
is
wanna do a
on
police
the
chase
freeway
now.
for a pursuit
I
just
just
like
watched
this. Look at that,
Netflix
another
and
black and
zoned
white,
out.
ready to engage, just waiting there to make the U-turn, and now you have at least a couple of units on her tail now. But yeah, this is the safest place, all things considered, on a controlled freeway. Hopefully they can perform some kind of a traffic break up ahead, and that would reduce the risk to other motorists and even supply the opportunity for a possible pit maneuver, but she'd still have to slow down tremendously to even consider it. But even a spike strip, if you can get rid of all of the other traffic and take them out of the picture and just have that one SUV coming towards you, much easier to lay down that spike strip, especially with only 3 or 4 lanes on the 5 freeway as it begins to narrow up ahead here.
Yeah, it certainly would be great to get her off the freeway
This
because
that
this
mess
is a
driving
pretty scary
open mouth
situation.
smile.
And just like you said, there's one way to where she's going. There's really no exits. There's nothing out there in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know where she thinks she's going to go. She's going to end up, like you said, in Bakersfield. But once there, then what? She just, I don't know what she's thinking.
This chick is crazy.
None of us do,
exactly. And there are places to hide up there. I mean, it's obviously a more densely populated city. If she takes that route, right now we're in Fraser Park. Yet another CHP officer pulling over for her, making room to give her as much. Look at this!
Look
crashing into those construction barrels at a high rate of speed. That's the kind of thing that can really end this in a crash really, really quickly. If she starts colliding with debris or objects, especially those construction cones or barrels, those will definitely put a dent and potentially
Let's go.
put a stop to this pursuit really quick. And she is using that shoulder because there's really very little room to play with. Threading the needle through the barrels, trying to get around this traffic. It's down to 2 lanes. Just like I mentioned, as the freeway narrows, there's very limited opportunity for them to chase her. However, she is managing to navigate these nooks and crannies, squeezing through traffic here, squeezing through construction barrels, trying to get away from those primary units. They are still keeping up with her, but this is...
I'd probably throw myself out of the vehicle. If I was like a passenger, I don't know that there's a passenger, but if I was I would... The moment this psychopath, this like nut job slows down, I take my chances. I fucking bust the door open. I chuck myself out of that shit. Because this bitch is crazy.
Here, it typically happens at night where we are very limited and don't have the best optics on pursuits like this. This is a unique daytime pursuit up the Grapevine along the 5 freeway, finally getting our first glimpse of the female driver who appears to have possibly a pink backpack or maybe a shopping bag on her lap. So she's steering that vehicle with something, a large object. I don't want to speculate what else it could be. I mean, it could be anything, quite frankly. But she has a large object on her lap as she tries to wrestle with that steering wheel, even taking her hands off the wheel. Taking her hands off the wheel at triple-digit speed, doing about 110 miles per hour up the 5 freeway, roughly either a shopping bag or a backpack that she's rifling through to try and get something, but she is taking her hands off the wheel at extremely dangerous speeds, passing by every other car in front of her, using that shoulder now to evade those primary units. This is not looking good, Alan. Not at all.
I feel for those drivers on the freeway. If anyone's watching, you have your friends or family on that freeway, give them a heads up because my goodness, this is a cringeworthy type of pursuit.
Yeah, it really is. And by the way, in the last several miles here, we are now on a downhill incline that is really accelerating all of the traffic on the freeway, including that pursuit vehicle. She's obviously got the pedal to the metal, still pushing 95 miles per hour here, and she will have a decision to make whether to take the 5 northbound or to get off at Bakersfield. We'll see what she chooses coming up in the next couple of miles, but the traffic situation should lighten a little bit more, but she's still hugging that backpack, trying to get something out of it, driving with one hand on the steering wheel, that left hand wrapped around the steering wheel, and that right hand trying to get a hold of something in the bag. She is all over the paint now, all over the road as she tries to continue this pursuit up the 5 freeway. This is just a really nerve-wracking situation. There's so many other cars, even though volume is relatively light, just one wrong move and somebody's going to get hurt here at these speeds as this distracted driver is now just refusing to slow down.
Yeah, watching her go through that backpack and looking down while she's going that fast, you don't realize how fast you come upon another vehicle if just a second looking down.
She's nuts! She's crazy!
Yeah, and you have to wonder what else they are aware of here in terms of, what they know about the suspect. Is she potentially armed? If they don't know that, they have to assume that. I mean, what is she reaching for? It's a possibility at least that they have to consider. What else could she be reaching for in that bag? What is so important that she is rifling through that backpack? It's a large bag on her lap as she continues up the 5 freeway here. Again, weaving across all lanes and the CHP, if we widen out a
thank you for
little
the
bit,
membership.
has put
Thank
a
you for the
little bit of
gift.
distance between
Wow.
them and her. So
That's
they
crazy.
have fallen back about a quarter mile at least. And
Wow.
whether that's intentional or
And a Honda.
unintentional, I'm not quite sure. It's possibly a tactic that they're using, but in any event, they
Oh.
have fallen back for whatever reason.
Yeah, well, maybe it is
Oh, they
just to
fell
take some
back.
of the pressure off her, and maybe she'll slow down. But she doesn't seem to be showing
Oh, she's
any sign
hauling
of slowing down. In
ass.
fact, she's speeding up. As you said, it's a
Damn.
downgrade hill now, so that's a pretty scary situation.
Yeah, and now we've kind of cleared most of the mountains up here, so she is now in the desert, continuing up the Grapevine here near Tehachapi, approaching exit 215 along the 5 freeway here. No signs of getting off, although that's always an option, but the exits become fewer and further apart as you head up this way. So we'll see if she shows any signs of exiting the freeway or if she just stays on the 5 freeway.
I did not see the 20 memberships.
That's not quite accurate, but it's
I
not
got a
too
call.
far off. She's definitely
And they're-
doing triple-digit speeds.
Did you see the
not
20?
quite
I didn't see
130
that.
in that CRV, but as we
Thank
get a little
you!
bit closer, it'll start to
Let's
narrow
go!
down on her exact
Oh my God,
speed. But
official
you can see she's going
RY
much faster
Nirvana.
than every other vehicle on the
Holy
road. So
smokes.
definitely
gotta
a high
do- we
rate of
gotta do
speed
something.
that they are unable to keep up with here.
Yeah, showing 113 miles per hour. We're going to show on the
God,
right
this is
side of the
crazy.
screen there
Oh my
just
God,
a
this is
few
crazy.
minutes ago. Had to maneuver over these
Hold on.
traffic barrels, and there you see it right there. Knocked one over. Was kind of trapped for just a little bit. Thought for maybe that would slow her down, but no. In fact, it just speeded everything up.
Yeah, it really did. And if anything, maybe she's starting. It could be an optical illusion. Let's go ahead and throw up the real-time
Optical
speed
illusion.
tracker. Looks like she's slowing down slightly.
shit.
So instead
Let's
of
go.
110, we're still talking in the 90s as she passes every other truck on the freeway. Not a whole lot of car traffic. Again, volume relatively light up here, but just enough to be dangerous if she hits anybody or comes in contact or makes a last-minute move to avoid hitting anybody. That is going to send that vehicle spiraling out of control. And
Okay.
in any event, it's
Official,
not even
thank you so
anywhere
much.
close to safe for a pit maneuver. So they're going to track this from above.
Let's go.
They have units up ahead. They will likely, and they may already be in the process of handing this off to another
Thanks for the memberships.
division office who will be waiting for her up ahead. But they have eyes on her. They
Thank
are
you.
tracking her. They know where she is. They don't know where she's going. But right now, as long as she sticks to the 5 freeway,
Going crazy.
that's going to
Wow.
play very well into their
That's my girlfriend.
their bag of tricks.
That's
They
my
can have,
girlfriend.
units waiting for her with a spike strip at some of the exits just in case she does get off, even with other traffic on the freeway, or if the traffic lightens up even more, especially if they can perform that traffic break, then they
What's the person so mad about? What are they so
spike
mad?
those tires. But again, at these speeds, it's tough. I mean, as a spike strip is tricky at any speed, but at these speeds, it's tougher and more dangerous.
I honestly feel like people that do this shit, they should be locked up forever and put on. Oh, they're getting off the highway.
Okay, let's see what happens
Wow.
now.
Oh shit. Okay. They
Getting
should be put on
off,
the watch
I wanna
list.
Get an exact
This is
exit here.
Wheeler Ridge Road and Laval Road.
Oh, okay.
Wheeler
Oh.
Ridge. She's getting
Oh,
off
the
at
desert?
Wheeler Ridge, making a right turn. That's going to put her on the westbound side of Wheeler Ridge, finally getting off the
Okay,
freeway
okay.
for the first time in a while. Now, she was on surface streets in Santa Clarita. We did not observe that, but we will see how the driving behavior
Wow.
changes now that she's off the
Nirvana,
freeway.
thank you so
on
much.
Wheeler Ridge
That's
Road,
so
coming
nice of
up
you.
on a
Appreciate
red
that.
light. Will she
Very
go
kind of
through
you.
it? Will she stop?
U-turn.
No sign of law enforcement here.
What are you gonna do?
And she's going to pause and go
something's
right
coming
through
off
the
the
red
side.
light. Right through the red light. CHP, are they back there? No sign of CHP
Oh,
here
dear.
yet.
Okay.
Cops are gone. California doesn't give a fuck.
presumably they are trying to catch up. I'm guessing. I have not heard that, but I'm guessing they're trying to catch up, and they certainly do on her now. It looks like she's getting back on the
on the
southbound
highway.
side of the freeway.
Southbound.
Getting back onto the southbound side of the 5 freeway.
Oh boy, so going back to where we started, okay.
This is going to be
Nothing-
interesting.
Nothing makes
Off the
sense.
bat, we're going to be going uphill in the next mile or two as she heads back up the incline.
Wow, what is this?
That led her down here to the desert in the first place. Whether she has a destination in mind or she just wants to backtrack towards the valley where there's more opportunity to maybe dump the vehicle, or I mean, you can only imagine what's going through her head. I hesitate to even guess, but she's got a lot of real estate to backtrack on before she could even think about hiding anywhere.
Yeah.
She's got so many eyes on her at this point that unless she's got a full tank of gas or a relatively healthy tank of gas, she may very well just run out of fumes and end up pulling over. I mean, that's a possibility. It certainly would be the ideal scenario here, but we'll see. We'll see just how far she's going to take this. There's going to be more units, CHP units, ready for her as she continues southbound. Again, there was a good possibility of them transitioning this chase to another CHP division, but now it's going to enter the Newhall.
I mean, I've had some crazy moments in my life. Years ago, tripping, like, I've had some moments, but I would never think, let me get in the police chase and drive 100 miles an hour plus, cops chasing me, bobbing and weaving out of traffic. I think a majority of people, at least half, they have some type of mental illness. There's got to be mental illness. No sane person is going to do this type of shit. Something is wrong with your ass. Yo, seriously.
How crazy this pursuit is. There she is. She has a backpack on her lap, and she's driving with no hands at one point.
No
just
hands.
reaching into her backpack. She's rifling through it, looking for something. I'm not sure what.
At one point.
But, so driving at a high rate of
Holy
speed
shit. Okay.
with no hands or one hand.
No hands,
while
mama.
looking down at her backpack.
Look at me,
so
mama.
It's just a
No
terrible
hands.
situation.
Yeah, it really is nerve-wracking, and now we have kind of temporarily lost that view through the driver's side window. But yeah, I mean, she was really clutching onto that backpack and going through it. Seemed to be intently looking for something in there. Again, can't imagine what it was, but hopefully she's got both hands back on the wheel here, swerving to get around some of these trucks here. She's done a pretty remarkable job, even at that construction zone. She managed to squeeze through those barrels, almost like a driving course, like an obstacle course.
I gotta give her that.
She
She's
really
driving good somehow.
managed to thread the needle down there, and she's going to approach that construction zone once again here if she can.
And I wonder what kind of Honda it is. Stolen Honda. Is that a CRV? Looks like maybe a CRV. It's an SUV.
Between 18-wheelers, we've seen a certain
Alan,
amount of
what's
competency
up?
behind the wheel
Alan.
here, but we may.
Are you gonna hang out with us on election night? Gonna come party with us? We need somebody in the chat to disagree with everybody else. Come hang out with us on
hands on the wheel.
Right, exactly. We'll give her that. That definitely has been some impressive maneuvering of this vehicle, and I think she's still clutching
what is she doing?
that pink
What is that shit?
bag or backpack. And can't
She's
tell.
still got
How you driving
something.
like that?
Looks
What
like
is
she
that?
may have come in contact with something. Look at that front right fender.
What's up with that?
Has
She's
damage to it. She's
yeah.
dragging the trim to that fender is kind of dangling. She might have struck somebody during this pursuit, or perhaps prior to us picking this up. One thing I noticed, if you look in that passenger seat, Ellen, again, some sudden moves there with that steering wheel, but if you look at that passenger seat, it appears to be empty, so a good possibility.
I didn't think it was a 2020. You guys think it's a 2024? Okay, I didn't think it was. It does look more modern. Maybe it is, yeah.
Vehicle. We could just kind of cross our fingers there for the time being, but that passenger seat is empty. She is still fooling around with something in her lap, and our first sign of visual damage to the front right fender of that vehicle.
Yeah, Chris, could that have happened when she hit that traffic barrel? Or
That's a good possibility.
I wonder.
That might have done it. That could have done it.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
Yeah, it's such a high speed. Who knows? I don't know if these are real sturdy. I don't know what kind of car.
Those cones are
CRV
serious.
Honda, but yeah, that's quite a bit of damage.
There was one time years ago when I was working a regular job. I was on my way on the highway and I was trying to there was a lot of traffic and I said, fuck it. I was driving on one side and there was cones separating the express lane. I said, fuck it. I just turned the car. Tired of this shit. I turned it and I went into the express lane and the thing went doo-doo, doo-doo when I hit the cones. And it actually kind of fucked up my car. Those cones are strong. They fucked up my car a bit. Doo-doo, doo-doo.
Oh no, at one point, I should say, she was zigzagging through the Santa Clarita Valley on surface
the last time I
streets
did that.
before we eventually caught up with her on the 5 freeway. So it looks like a mostly freeway pursuit here, but at one point she was engaging with sheriff's deputies and
2094.
LAPD units on surface streets at various points in Santa Clarita, as well as the San Fernando Valley. So again, we weren't privy to what was going on there, but for whatever reason, at this juncture, it does not look like CHP has had the opportunity to re-engage, although, did you see one, Robbie? I think, okay.
It'll mess up your car. You gotta be careful.
So she may be coming up on a spike strip here, Ellen. We'll
wouldn't
keep
that
an
be
eye out for
wow.
that, but
There's a lot of cars,
that would be
huh?
great. It would be great. There's nobody behind her, but we now have information that leads us to believe that there may be a spike strip waiting for her
spike
up
strip
ahead here.
Oh,
Let's
we
check
can
it out.
only cross our fingers and get
What's
her
her
off the
playlist?
road, especially if she's
Amy.
going to come down further south on the 5. She's definitely going to run into some more traffic.
A spike strip? How? How now, Brown?
Yep, we're
Cow?
going to see that spike here any minute if they're able to lay one down. There's apparently an empty stretch that they're going to attempt to spike her with here.
It is
Again,
empty, yeah.
She's in a pretty empty stretch of the freeway. You can see nobody in front of her, nobody behind her.
Right.
If they can place that strip down, that's all about timing and luck there, and skill, obviously. But if they can lay down a good spike,
multiple
that would
cars. How are they
that
gonna
would
do
be
it?
great for everybody involved here.
Oh yeah, we're all going to be holding our breath, hoping it works.
Spike strip.
All right, so she's continuing southbound now. There is some light traffic, mostly trucks up here, mind you, which is, you know, it's more dangerous for her than anybody else. You know, God forbid she hit a truck. You know, it's much better than hitting another, you know, minivan full of kids or, you know, something like that. So this is a well-traveled freeway when it comes to cargo trucks, and she's seeing a lot of that truck traffic this afternoon, and anytime that she sees any cars, she's using that shoulder to get around traffic. The 5 freeway is about 3 lanes right here, so it varies between 3 and 4 lanes. She's been using that shoulder at various points. She's still maintaining her speed here, about 90 miles per hour, maybe a little bit faster, upwards of 100 now, as she continues southbound on the 5 freeway. Still have yet to see that spike strip attempt, but I think it may be coming up in the next half mile or so.
Okay, let's.
There's a lot of cars and
all
trucks.
cross our fingers and hope. There's this. Okay, there's the CHP right behind her.
There's
now.
the CHP unit. You'll notice he didn't accelerate. He did not have his lights and sirens on. So that is intentional. They're gonna give her some space here and let the unit up ahead.
I want to see what happens. I want to see
Go ahead
this.
and give it that spike attempt. They are not going to pursue her yet from behind. They've laid back. They've pulled back, taking a different posture, using a different tactic, setting up for that spike up ahead. If that has the desired effect, then they can pull up behind her. If it doesn't, they could still pull up behind her if they think that's going to help get her off the road. What they don't want to do at this point is agitate her any more than she already is, because she's,
Las
you know,
tortillas
well,
están
they're pulling up behind her
quemando.
now, so that may be an indicator right there that they're looking to re-engage. I can't tell from this angle whether those sirens are on or those flashing lights.
Yeah.
Wow.
They look to be off. They look like they're off, but he is right behind her, and so we'll see if she speeds up or potentially has a change of heart here. You never know. Sometimes we follow these pursuits for hours, and then when you least expect it, they just pull over. Maybe it's because they're running low on fumes or some other reason. They just run out of stamina.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't think that they would do a spike at this speed. But Florida, I've seen them do high speed spike, or they'll not spikes, but pit maneuvers at high speeds, which surprised me. So I'm wondering, I wonder what's coming up for this person. What was that?
And I'm an innocent bystander. They saying I drove a getaway car, but I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
So you can't see at all?
Huh? Mom, I love you.
P.O.P. hold it down.
Hold it down. Right, these all good pimps, boy.
What are they doing here?
Hi, we're following breaking news on ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 3 o'clock. A dangerous pursuit through the Grapevine, and this is happening right through the Antelope Valley right now. I'm Ellen Leyva.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan. Let's go back over to Chris Christie in Air 7 to tell us the latest details on this pursuit. Chris.
Yeah, I want to recap what we're watching here. A high-speed pursuit down the 5 freeway, coming down the Grapevine as CHP tries to approach this vehicle from a number of different angles. They've got units off the freeway.
It's
They've
the
got units
2094
behind her
because
on
that's
the
when this
southbound
lady is
side
going to get
of
out
the
of
5
prison
freeway,
after
and
this.
units waiting for her up ahead. You can see that black and white getting on the freeway, transitioning on right now. Again, they are trying to get this woman off the road. This was an LAPD pursuit that started somewhere near the San Fernando Valley on the 118
really crazy.
and ended up in Santa Clarita. LA County Sheriffs followed her through the valley, and then eventually CHP took it over on the 5 freeway as she continued all the way up past Castaic, up the Grapevine, and now going southbound after making a U-turn just a few miles back near Fraser Park. And now you can see she's continuing on the southbound side at triple-digit speeds.
Got 5,000 people. Amazing.
Miles
Hit the like button. Thank you.
There is nobody else in the vehicle that we are aware of, but she has at times been rifling through either a shopping bag or a backpack that is in her lap we saw just a few minutes ago. You might be able to re-rack some of that video. You can see her with a backpack in her lap, a pink backpack, with one hand on the steering wheel, at times taking both hands off the steering wheel at triple-digit speeds, coming very close to other traffic. At one point, she even struck a construction barrel as she sped through a construction zone, but it is unclear at this point what has caused that damage. Some minor damage on the front right fender of that vehicle. Also, the front bumper appears to be dangling off as well, at least a part of it anyways, as we take a closer look at the front end of that stolen CRV. Again, that is a Grand Theft Auto suspect behind the wheel of that Honda CRV, guys.
On the right-hand side of the screen, we're watching video from just a little bit earlier where she's driving with no hands. She's rifling through that pink backpack.
You don't want to spike
sometimes with one hand.
All lanes, weaving across all lanes over the
Let's go.
Almost went airborne there, to be honest. Under the freeway.
You dumb bitch!
She might have seen something.
Sorry, I said that.
Like there.
You
Maybe
dumb
even a spice
motherfucker!
In any event, she made a last-minute decision to get off, and that is the end. She is in a very major crash, rolling over multiple
you shouldn't do this shit. I'm sorry.
Of that overpass.
I'm kidding.
CHP is going to approach that vehicle. It'll be surprising if the driver wasn't even ejected.
Why would you do this dumb shit? I don't get it.
At the end of this pursuit at the 5 freeway at Quail Lake Road. What you guys saw just now was about as bad as this could have possibly ended for the driver inside that vehicle.
Why would you do that?
Man, that was
dumb as shit. Why would you do that?
Sorry you had to see that, but that was a rough.
They're walking away.
And there's that pink backpack that it was ejected from the vehicle there.
Why would you do that? Like, why?
That was a horrible accident.
There's no normal, sane
you can see
person
those CHP
that has a purpose in life that would drive like this. Why would you do that?
They were not, they basically confirmed.
She might be dead. I don't know if she's dead. She might be dead.
Just by watching the body language here, you could tell that
they walked away.
That driver, at the very least, is incapacitated at this point. Obviously, the call is going out for fire rescue. They're going to come out here and either attend to her or declare this a DOA, but that is a hardly survivable crash by my eye.
Yeah, well, we apologize for everybody at home that had to see such a distressing accident, and boy, that was.
It looks like he's bringing over.
Right in that backpack.
It looks like he's bringing over the I don't know what that. I forget what that's called. The AED. I don't know the heart start stuff. That was a major crash. I still to this day will never understand why people do this. You know? Let's see if we can do a replay. The car's incinerated. And you know what I have to say about this? I don't want to be fucked up, but like, they could have killed other people. They could have killed a child. That happens all the time. Why? You've been driving like a nut job. The car flips. It's fucked. Oh, that's fucked. That's fucked. That's fucked. Why would you drive like that? That's the whole time I've been saying there's no sane person that does this kind of shit. You're mentally ill or you're high on drugs or both. Nobody does that. Who does that?
She done.
Look at that. Lose control, hit the side, flip the car. Why? Doesn't make any sense to me. You know, I don't know.
Traffic that might be impacted, but it was you can see this area. Thank goodness doesn't have a lot of drivers on it.
Yeah, no, the freeway is not going to be impacted here, fortunately.
And honestly, with some of these effed up stories that I see, the perpetrator shouldn't hit anybody, but the perpetrator survives, and the innocent victims, they die. So, but I don't know what's happening.
She never really slowed down. She took she made a last. It's just the worst.
They pull
she
her
made
out?
a last minute move across the entire freeway, and then tried to swerve around the transition road at 100 miles per hour.
It's crazy.
Without ever even braking, and then just lost control
You
of the
dumb
vehicle
bitch.
at that
Here's
speed.
a joy, here's a joy, here's a joy, here's a
She
joy.
crossed over. I just you can only imagine. You know what the condition of that.
I don't understand why people do that.
Is at this point, but you can see CHP now getting in.
And honestly, if you have a problem, some type of like drug or mental health problem, okay, you're dealing with that. But when you endanger the public, where literally innocent children or people can get killed, that's where you're like, you're overstepping the boundaries. You're you know what I'm saying? Like you're doing too much.
And we're going to just stick around and see how this traffic situation. Okay, so there the CHP's blocked off that part of the freeway there.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is
SW414. Thank you.
You can see that. This is one of those major arteries from Southern California to Northern California. So you can see all the semis that are going to be impacted, all the traffic that's going to be impacted at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, we were just watching this. We were watching this pursuit, and we were watching the driver of this stolen CRV
it's crazy.
really taking risks when they were in this pursuit, driving at such rapid rate here. And then, of course, and we saw the CHP in pursuit. And Chris, this started as a stolen vehicle possible. That's what the call came out as, correct? And then it just took on a life of its own. Maybe Kristen can't.
Might have lost Chris right there. But you're absolutely right, Colleen.
I just caught the tail end there. Can you repeat that? I missed that.
I just said, Chris, this started out as a stolen vehicle, a CRV. We know these cars don't travel that quickly, but boy, oh boy, we saw this driver driving so quickly on the freeways, and then it just took on a life of its own, I was saying, because she just kept going faster and faster.
She was desperate to get away. Every time they came.
It doesn't make much
Can
sense to me.
someone tell her that she can't park there?
It doesn't make much sense to me why people do this. And like, she lost control. This chick. Lost control, skidded over. Why? Like, this is so stupid to me. Why? Lost control. You're skidding. So yeah, I don't even know if that person's alive or not. That's what I want to know. Are they even alive? I don't know.
10 miles per hour, and for whatever reason, as she approached this overpass, she made a very last-second, split-second decision to get off the freeway altogether from the right lane all the way over to the exit ramp, which was her last and final mistake.
No kidding.
Right.
And then again.
I mean, you look at the whole Liam Payne situation, where they said this guy was high on drugs. They said this guy had pink cocaine, and I don't know what else, and some other drug called Crystal. Liam Payne, One Direction guy, and we still don't know the full results of it. But like, you're so effed up on drugs. Your thought in your head, because you're delusional, is like, let me run off this balcony and jump from the third floor. That's crazy to me, you know? Like, Mel, I think she was ejected. If you go back, you'll see something fly out. Really? Okay, we'll see.
as if she was going to lose that black and white. That black and white CHP cruiser could not make that last-minute decision and turn with her, so he kept going and then got back on the freeway. In this case, if there were units right behind her, which there were 2 units by my count that were right behind her near the end of this pursuit, and if she thought that getting off at the last second was going to lose those units, that may be one of the things that led to her trying to pull that crazy maneuver. But physics don't allow you to make a maneuver like that and get off
10. My mom said, "Holy shit!"
Transition
I put her
road
on the TV. I was
without
cleaning her
braking.
room.
Much
She to set her up to watch more chases.
She
Thank you,
hardly
Val.
showed signs of braking, and once her
Barely.
right
She didn't even
tires
break. Yeah,
hit the
barely.
dirt,
My mom said,
she
"Holy
just spun
shit."
out. There was
I
no
put it on
traction.
her
She
TV
lost
while I
control
was
of the
cleaning
vehicle,
her room.
spun into the
Now
guardrail,
she wants
and
me to
then
set her up
into
to watch
the
more
pillar there
chases.
of the Quail Lake
Rolling
Road
on the floor,
overpass.
laughing,
I know
rolling
we've
on the
got
floor,
some
laughing,
video to
rolling on
re-rack
the
for
floor,
you. We're going to
laughing.
actually replay the end of this in slow motion without showing the actual crash. So you can see her speeding down the southbound side of the 5 freeway across all 4 lanes, from the right lane over to the gore point, over the paint where she's beginning to lose control because that is a dirt patch between the exit ramp and the main
Do you
freeway,
think the police
and
should
then
change their
tries
car
to
pursuit
regain
policies?
control
I
on
mean,
the exit
was
ramp,
her possibly
going
dying
at
worth
about
it?
100 miles per hour, riding the center lines before losing control again right here where she loses control of those right wheels. Once she hits the dirt there, that's where she spins out, and
then the
that
median, she hits
is
the
the
median.
end of the story. She just had no chance.
Oh my
No
God.
chance of getting out of this one.
All right,
well,
Chris, we're going
horrific
to check.
accident.
It really was. And Chris, we'll be checking back in with you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In Argentina,
Okay.
the 3rd floor is the equivalent of U.S. 4th floor.
Is it really? Let me see if I can find another feed. Wilson, if you're out there. Well, Los Fox, Los Angeles. Oh, Fox is not on. That was crazy. That really was insane to watch. I don't think that person's alive, in my opinion. Like, I hope that they are, but like, I don't know.
Alright. Thank you so much. All right, let's continue on here on Live Now from Fox. Great reporting on a major outbreak of E. coli.
Maybe they're done. Okay, let me see the super chats. Do you think the police should change their car pursuit policies? I mean, was her possibly dying worth it? I don't know. The whole thing, I feel like, let me see what people responded to you, Jen. I feel like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't type of thing, you know? They a lot of times they kind of walk it back and let the criminals go because they don't want some other people endangered, and they hope that like these people will chill out. But sometimes when they do that, these people still go crazy and they end up killing somebody. It works sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know. In Argentina, the 3rd floor is equivalent to the 4th floor. Wow. So it's okay, so it's higher. Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll have to see for an update. Thankfully, this person didn't kill anybody else. Because I know, as hard as it is to see that, and you know, like we don't want people to die, you know, suffer. As hard as it is to see that, how many people out there are victims of people that have been driving nuts, drunk, high, whatever, and they kill their innocent family members, and they serve like 5-10 years or whatever it is, you know. I don't know what to say. But yeah, that was crazy. It's crazy as fuck. Let me see if I don't know if there's any other streams. ABC 7 got off. I think that's it. That was a wild ass chase. That was. KTLA, let me check it out. That's why I say like it's not worth some of the stuff. Some people are very comfortable. They'll walk out into the streets. They think nobody's gonna hit them. You know, I don't assume that shit. If I'm crossing the street, I don't assume it. Oh, they're gonna stop for me. No, I'm gonna wait, sit here, see what happens because I'm not gonna make an assumption. You look crazy.
The owner gets a new car.
Okay, KTLA. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. The car, like, holy shit. What? Ring the doorbell? Okay. I don't know what Amazon I have to answer these people, but they're here. I'll be back. I'm coming!
They want a plate on the vehicle on.
Alright. I'm back. It doesn't look good to me. It doesn't look good to me. Like, I don't know if this person's alive. She has 2 misdemeanor warrants, really. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. Really? Body parts? Because, like, it doesn't seem like there's a recovery effort. Like, people rushing and, oh my god, we're going to get her out. The jaws of life. We're going to pull her out. No, it's a very, like, it's done and over. Carly says it was confirmed fatal 10 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah. It's like very just like, we're not trying to rescue somebody. It's already said and done.
That's so funny. That happens.
That's what it looks like. I'll never understand these people. But if you watch Fox 11, last minute of the stream, you can see the green shoes fly. No. Oh my god. I'll try to pull it up. Let me see. Fox 11.
Once Fox local.
Last minute. Well, yeah, it's a different angle. Okay, let me see. It's a different angle. I need to rewind it. Okay, let me try. Let me slow it down so let me play it a little bit slower. Let's try Africa. Oh my god. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what flies. Do it even slower. Oh my gosh. Crazy. I don't know. I guess mental health. I don't know what else to say. I guess it's mental health. I don't know.
LA County Sheriff Fire and Aircraft Santa Clarita is number 2. Listen to Scanner channel on my police scanner app.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you. I had to check him out. My text. Okay.
No. She waited to the very last second to swerve up. And she was just going way too fast. She probably didn't know the...
What am I supposed to see, Carly?
It is now.
Yeah. Listen, I get that, like, there's stuff going on in society, mental health and all that stuff. I don't want to have to suffer for the stuff that, and I don't want my child to have to suffer for the shit you're going through. If you're going through something, you should get some help. You shouldn't try to kill other people and multiple other people because I don't know. You live in hell, and the only way you can feel satisfied is by other people feeling hell. You should get some help. You shouldn't try to kill multiple people. This could have been worse. Even if this person is dead, which is what seems what it's like. Okay, I'm sorry for that person, but I don't want to have to pay for your shit and my kid and my family members walking across the street or whatever. I don't want to pay for your shit. You should get help. Now, healthcare and mental health, that's a whole nother conversation. You know, like it's a big topic. Like, are they really getting help? And is it even affordable? And like insurance is such bullshit now. Insurance is a thing of the past. Most jobs aren't providing insurance unless you work at the hospital. And even the hospital insurance, back in the day, it was amazing. Now it's like some kind of like, okay, you get something. And I guess you can go into the marketplace and because I want to get some insurance too. I was like, okay, in November, I'm going to get some insurance because I want to take care of myself. But they want you to predict the amount that you make. So if I make more, I have to predict what I'm going to make. My tax person told me that. I got to predict what I'm going to make. If I make more, I'm going to be penalized and I have to pay thousands of dollars to the IRS or whatever if it's wrong or something. It's almost better to just pay cash. I don't know. Wow, this car
looks like 9
is torn up.
Lima.
It's torn up. It's torn up.
Echo.
Insurance isn't what they make it seem to be.
9 Lima, Echo,
and for these people that have been in office, they make it seem like, oh, we're taking care of everybody. No, they're not taking care of nobody.
Keep going.
They're not taking care of nobody. You're fucked. And if you file the wrong thing on your insurance,
there we go.
Oh my god, forget about it. I'm telling you, that's what my tax. She was like, Melby, you got to make sure Lima, because if not,
Frank,
you're gonna pay thousands of dollars.
9 Lima.
That's what she told me.
Frank 9 or Frank 673. Huh? The first one that looks like 9 Lima Echo Frank 673 or 9 Lincoln Echo Frank 673. Okay.
That's tranny fluid? Yo, lady, you're tripping.
9 Emo Echo.
I don't know. I feel sorry, you know. But at the same time, if somebody's going to kill people and go crazy, off yourself. Don't off my family, my kids, all these innocent people. You're going to do some wild shit, take care of yourself, in my opinion. Don't fucking, like, destroy other people's innocent lives because you're so insignificant that your only significance is destroying other people. This was wild. This was, okay, Honda CRV. This was a wild ass chase. And somebody that had no disregard for anybody else. Oh my god, Chiefs fan, really? On ABC 7, if you go back and watch, her body flew out. Oh my god. No.
Question. ICKEDMEL. Will your Dante the proceeds from this live to a mental health support service in your community?
Well, I don't. Okay, I think you meant to say donate. Will I donate proceeds from this live to mental health service in your community? I mean, if you adamant about it, I could. I'm not making much on the stream. I mean, if you want me to, I can donate the $20, $40. I mean, if that makes a difference. I donate when I can. And I've honestly donated to people that have fucked me over. I've sent so much money to fucking mods. They're not here anymore. I've donated to people for different reasons that after I send them the money, they don't fucking know me after. I've sent a lot of money out. And I've sent money to, like, you know, different stories that I felt compelled.
The whole time.
And that was cool.
For California, we have Casier. Literally weeks between appointments for mental health, and now they are on strike, and all appointments are canceled. Face with rolling eyes, face with rolling eyes, face with rolling eyes.
And I'm not saying you're doing anything bad, but I'm just saying I'm not going to let anybody make me feel guilty because I've donated. I've given when I had nothing. I've given when I wasn't making shit. And I've given to people that disappeared and didn't fucking appreciate it. So, like, I have to make sure that I'm good, my family's good, my daughter's good, and then I can send some, you know, I can send some money out after that. Yeah, but I also feel like it's all a facade. It's all fake. Did you donate here? Did you donate there? They don't give a fuck about you. Some of these companies or whatever. Black Lives Matter. You send your paycheck. And they misappropriating funds, right? You're fucking going on a shopping spree when you sent your last dollar to pay your rent and your bills and groceries that are so expensive. You can't even buy eggs. You can't buy eggs. You can't buy meat anymore. But you gotta donate. Make sure you donate. Make sure you donate for those people that misuse your funds. Right. It's bullshit. It is. It really is. So I have donated multiple times when I feel it's right. When I feel, I mean, honestly, I mean, I'll tell you some of these people that were like members, they've had situations. Oh, my cat or my dog, whatever. I send them $100, $500. And after that, they disappear. And they don't talk to me. I don't know what happened. These people leave. So, you can only give so much. I just feel like when you give, it should be genuine. You shouldn't feel like, oh, they're forcing me. You got to do it because their public is telling me to. If I want to give, I want to give, and that's it. And I've done it a lot of times. A lot of times I don't speak it. I don't feel like I need to announce it. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on
Publix egg bucks egg.
that. Who's that? Publix eggs. You know what I found out? Tinkle Tits. I don't know if you have Sprouts. That's something that I struggle, Belly. Just say no. I've struggled with that. Just saying no. And people take advantage of me because of that. I've struggled with just saying no. And people go crazy. If you're somebody that like you're nice and you're always accepting and you're always whatever, try saying no and see how they react. Just say no. Oh my God! Oh, how could you? Publix eggs are good, but Sprouts eggs are even better, I think, in my area. Sprouts eggs. And there's YouTubers that are like, there's this one guy, I've called him out before. There's this YouTuber, disgruntled, and he is upset. He has margins. He's like, you guys didn't send me money?
I'll donate to you if you promise to keep it and not give it away to rich charity Nari.
Thank you for the 5, Danny. I'll keep it. I'm always improving my setup. I mean, the computer, cameras, which I want to buy another one. I do want to buy another camera, but there's this channel, and it's not just one channel. I've seen multiple channels, but there's this channel, Gray Hughes. He literally talks shit to his viewers. This guy literally says, if you don't send me the amount that I need for this month, I'm ending the live. Can you imagine if I said that to people? If I was to tell people, I'm going to end my live because you didn't send enough money, I'm done. No, this bitter
We don't even know
old
if it was
man.
mental health. I'd be more likely to donate to a new car for the person who just lost theirs. Grimace.
This bitter old man, and I have a history with this guy. Bitter old man, he's upset. And he shits. He literally shits on the people watching him. If I did that, I would be canceled. But he does that. No, we love you. No, oh yeah, no, we love you. Oh, you're right. You don't have to send me nothing. I don't ask for memberships. I don't ask for super chat. Just watch me. I'd appreciate if you watch me. Hit like button. And his whole thing is, well, we're donating everything. We're donating everything. So if you're donating everything and you don't meet the marker for that month, just don't donate. I don't believe his bullshit. I think he's a liar. I don't believe, if we don't make ends meet, then it's on you guys. It's your fault. He guilt his subscribers. If I ever did some shit like that, they would cancel me. And Carly, but he's good at maps, right? And I know you're saying that sarcastically, but let me tell you, Gray Hughes, he attacked this really nice guy, Aaron Mole. Aaron Mole on YouTube. Aaron Mole, I haven't met him yet, but he's a really nice guy. And he's in Miami. Aaron Mole didn't even do YouTube, but I think we're covering, I forgot what story, maybe Gabby Petito. And he was like, yo, I really love your channel. I'm going to send you some videos. Here's some maps. Whatever. And I told this guy, yo, Aaron, I've talked to him on the phone. Aaron, go start your own channel, man. You have really good content. I like what you do. Go do your own shit and I'll support you. And he did. And supposedly a couple times this guy did some maps. This little decrepit YouTuber, Gray Hughes, was upset because he has to be the only YouTube map person. So he went into his chat and started bitching, complaining, or whatever. And Aaron's a nice guy. I like the guy. I said, yo, go do your thing. I'll send people to you. Subscribe. We can help you grow your channel, whatever. You're a good dude. But Gray Hughes, he's a little decrepit, disgruntled, old, outgraded, whatever. I'll never like that guy. I'm sorry. That's just my thoughts on that. I'll never like Gray Hughes. It's for other people too. I'll never like that guy. And Gray Hughes, he's so disgruntled with his viewership. I've heard that he said that he thinks I buy my viewership. I buy subs and I buy viewers. And I don't do that. I've never bought viewers and subscribers. Never. But because he's so disgruntled with the views that he gets, he's accusing me of like doing that. I don't know. That's my thoughts on that guy. Piece of shit. Just my thoughts. I'll never co-sign that guy. I'll never be cool with him. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what maps he does. I don't give a fuck the Google Maps, the whatever, Google Earth. I will never, because if you're somebody that's nasty, it just doesn't matter to me. You could have any kind of acolytes. I remember one time I stepped on this doctor's shoe by accident when I was working at the hospital. And this guy was like, he looked at me in disgust. What? You step on my shoe? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will never respect that guy. Never. Gray Hughes, I will never fuck with him. I just don't care what kind of maps he pulls up. I'm sorry. He's shitty to his subscribers and other people. And these people that are watching him, I'm surprised that they accept that. Because if I shitted on a majority of my subscribers, I'd be canceled. But this guy can shit on his people, and it's like, it's all good. Oh, no. We love you. No, it's okay. We're going to drink the Kool-Aid and die. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird as fuck. Anyway, I'm going to get off, though, but thank you guys so much for tonight. I feel like it's early. It's almost 7 p.m. Still early. Maybe something else will turn up tonight. All right. It's early. So we'll see what happens tonight, all right? Good night. Take care.